All right, hey guys, my name is Chelle. Thank you for coming to Dr. Test Prep. If you haven't watched the 4 pillars video or how my stuff links helps you in con, go do that. I'm not going to explain it right now. If you could please open up the Desmos calculator, the link is in the description, and make sure that you set it to College Board when you click Choose Assessment. All right, right now we are going to be looking at Unit 7, Lesson 3 in Khan Academy on percentages. If you've bought my book on Amazon, we are on page 124. If you haven't bought it, no worries, just get paper and pencil. Let's look at number 1. If a number is increased by 40% and then decreased by 20%, what is the net percent change? So we basically have a number. We're increasing it by 40. So that means it's going to be the number plus an additional 40% because we're increasing it by 40. But then it's being decreased by 20. So now we have whatever our new number is, but we're decreasing it by 20%. What is our answer? So really, we don't even need this X piece here. Actually, I'm going to, instead of X, let's write A and give you an example of what it looks like. So I'm going to type in A for an unknown number. We'll talk about that in a second. 1 plus 0.40 and times 1 minus 0.20. And yes, we want a slider tool. So the answer is 101.112. So the net percent change is 12% in the positive direction. Okay. And basically we'll say a 12% increase. To give you an example, if I had $100, if I multiplied it by 40%, that would end up giving me $140. But then if I took off 20% of it, I would have only 80% left. And then again, you can see the 112. So when it comes to percent increase and decrease, if we're increasing, it's the number we start with, but we're adding that increase. So in this case, we were adding 40%. So it's 1 plus 0.4. If it is the decrease, we have our whole number that we're at, but we're taking out 20%. So that's when we would do subtraction. And when we get into exponential growth and decay in the advanced math section, which is Unit 8, it'll make a little bit more sense. All right, let's take a look at number 2. We'll do the same thing. The product is increased by 10%. So we have our original value and we're increasing it by 10. So I've got 1 plus 0.10. And then it's decreased by 10%. So you would think that the answer would be 10 or no change, but it's not. Look what happens. We're going to go here and just X these babies out. And again, right now we're really just using the calculator feature. So we have 1 plus the 0.1 for 10%, but now it's being decreased. So really, what ends up happening is it's really a 1% decrease, because 99%, how do we get from 100 to 90%? We did a 1% decrease. So it actually would have been better that we didn't get a discount at all, honestly. Samantha scored 80% on her math test. There were 40 questions on the test. How many questions did she answer incorrectly? So we've got 80 over 100. And there's 40 questions on the test. So 40 is going to go on the bottom because it's old school part whole. And we want this X value. So, and that is going to tell us how many questions she got right. So you've got 80 divided by 100 equals X divided by 40. So we know that she got 32 questions correct. If there's 40 questions on the test, that means she got 8 questions incorrect. All right, this is the end of this video. In the next video, we're going to look at some harder percentage problems. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.